One thing I can't understand: why do people get attracted to another when they already have a partner? Why vow to be with someone when somewhere in the future you are to break that? Why commit adultery? Adultery is conjugal infidelity. You say you are happily married to your partner, but seek another person's affection. It is a fornication in which God regards as a great sin. It breaks marriages and the family formed after the marriage. Everything about it is negative. So why do people do this?
First, we have anger. This may be caused by an action done by your partner against you, and you somehow want to seek revenge. Another is self-esteem. This is when the individual has the need to feel wanted. We also have lack of love, lack of commitment, or neglect. With that, do these reasons justify the action?
Adultery can shatter the trust between spouses, which is a fundamental aspect of any healthy marriage. Adultery can impact issues such as child custody, property division, and spousal support. While it can have severe consequences on a marriage, it is possible for couples to work through it and rebuild their relationship.
If the commitment of adultery had a detrimental effect to a marriage, this also correlates with the compromission of the welfare of the children. If the parents' union is unstable, then the children would suffer from effects such as poor perception of marriage, emotional and physical instabilities, as well as fear, anxiety, and turmoil to potential relationships, may it be platonic or romantic. Infidelity causes a very high risk for lifelong and deteriorating outcomes for each members of the family.
Contraception violates natural law and the divine plan for human sexuality, as the encyclical emphasizes the importance of responsible parenthood. Abortion is also an issue as the sanctity of human life from conception to natural death and condemns the abortion as a grave moral evil. Every human life is a gift from God. Therefore, every effort should be made to protect and preserve it. The Catholic Church recognizes marriage as a union between a man and a woman. So, same-sex marriage is not recognized as valid by the Church, as the traditional teachings on marriage and family prioritize the procreative and unitive dimensions of marriage. Divorce and remarriage are not encouraged by Catholic Church in regards to marriage being a lifelong commitment between spouses. The Catholic Church rejects gender ideology as that holds social construct rather than a biological reality. But the Humanae Vitae affirms the complementarity of man and woman, so it reflects the natural order established by God.
In the Evangelium 41 and 52, you shall not commit adultery.
The gift of the sacrament is at the same time a vocation and commandment for the Christian spouses, that they may remain faithful to each other forever, beyond every trial and difficulty, in generous obedience to the holy will of the Lord. What therefore God has joined together, let not man put asunder.
You probably have your own ideas about the possible situations that may arise if adultery has happened to you. However, what does Pope Francis has to say about adultery according to the Church? One thing is a second union consolidated over time. With new children, proven fidelity, generous self-giving, Christian commitment, a consciousness of its irregularity and of the great difficulty of going back without feeling in conscience that one would fall into new sins. The Church acknowledges situations where, for serious reasons, such as the children's upbringing, a man and woman cannot satisfy the obligation to separate. In layman's terms, this basically means that the unfaithful individual's abandonment to the illegitimate situation or irregular situation means creating or committing a new sin, following the infidelity. Careful discernment and applying the correct approach to these irregularities are applied by the pastors and the Church. This is to bring limelight to the Church's indication that by not attending to these irregular situations, innocents, specifically the illegitimate child or children, will not be harmed and will still receive paternal or maternal care.
Now remember, adultery, that's conjugal infidelity.